back to Fangame Marathon. Right now we have anxKha with us, going to show off Flare NUINUI Quest. Take it away, anxKha.
Take it away? Alright. Hey all, I'm anxKha, and this is Flare NUINUI Quest. So it's like a Hololive fan game with like a Mega Man style to it, and it was created by Soulpix, and music is created by Neon Cryptid, and I'm just really fond of this game. It's a really nice game, and it has a really clean take on the Mega Man formula. So to showcase that, I'll be doing the run where we're going to be doing a category where we just get all the achievements in the game. So you can see that right here. I'm going to delete my save data. So now we have a fresh start here, no achievements. And yeah, I'll be going and getting all these. So you'll be seeing bits and pieces to this game, and I think you'll find the game to be pretty charming. I think like while you watch the run, I hope you'll be able to see a bit of that. But anyways, with that being said, I'll do a countdown of 3 and we can get the run going. So let's see. 3, 2, 1, start. Alright. So we got this building here and it's gonna get crushed, so that's pretty bad, and we gotta eliminate this threat. So we're just gonna go on a journey, and probably doesn't make much sense, but just know that's like a Hololive reference. So here we got the main character, Flare. She can jump around, she can dash, she can kind of walk around. And the main movement tool we're going to be using is this dash. Makes her a little bit faster, and it also lets her like dodge enemy projectiles. But we were missing, oh, oops, kind of messed up that one jump there. We are missing one part of our kit, the gun. So the gun, we can shoot it, but we can also charge it up for a charge shot, which is a little bit more powerful, and it's going to be pretty useful for the boss fights in this game. So here we have Pecora. She's going to laugh at us, but we're actually not going to be fighting her. We're going to be fighting this little robot guy right here. And so what we're going to have to do is, instead of using our charge shot, we're actually going to just spam our pellets. It's just a little bit faster to kill it this way, but this boss, it's kind of simple. It cycles through a couple attacks, but it's nothing noteworthy. Actually, I had to beat that boss without taking damage if I wanted to get an achievement, so I did take damage. I'm gonna have to come back there, but that is okay. We're just gonna move on to this platforming section. So here, I'm gonna be dashing at pretty specific locations. Gonna skip that minigame there. I'm also gonna be using my charge shot at pretty specific locations. It's kind of just it's a big deal with speedrunning the platforming sections in this game is knowing the right places to use your charge shot and dashes. But another thing is HP management there. You see I took a little bit of damage. That was okay. That was intentional. Sometimes it'll be worthwhile to take a bit of damage just to progress through the game a little bit faster. And yeah, it can also be risky because if you take enough damage, you'll die, and that'll make you lose a pretty decent amount of time in this game. So you gotta strike that right balance between speed and safety. And for me, that's something that makes this game really engaging to run. You have to like make the right judgment calls in certain situations, depending on what your HP is looking like. And there's like a lot of factors that can come into play there. Like, you see how I just picked up that heart drop from that one enemy? That's completely random, whether they drop the heart drops or not. So that can really change the course of the run. And I'm kind of messing up this little air vent thing here, but now we're good to go. And we're gonna move on to the first boss here, is Pecora. She's gonna laugh at us, so we're gonna kill her. She's got a couple attacks, she jumps around, but no big deal. Our strategy is just gonna be using these charge shots. If we land them consistently, it's the best way to do damage to her. And we got her, that was pretty fast. And actually, I did that without jumping even once, so we get a little achievement for that. But yeah, we grabbed a carrot, new power up, and you're gonna see it in this new stage, the casino. Oh yeah. And I like this area a lot. It's like a really sick vibe to it. But anyways, yeah, this new power-up is a carrot, and it's pretty darn good. It's actually the most damaging power shot in this, or charge shot in this game, so you're gonna be seeing me use it quite a bit. And right off the bat, we're actually gonna be getting another power-up. But this one, it's not a charge shot, it's actually a clock. And this clock it slows down time, which is going to be pretty handy for segments like these where we need to get the cycle down just right. Alright, nice. And we did that room without taking any damage, so we actually get an achievement for that as well. So, very nice. Here we got 2 bosses. We're going to use the clock to slow down time, and then we're going to use our carrots. If we do enough damage to these guys, they're going to respawn in the air, and that also resets their invincibility, so we can kind of go through them pretty quickly, but I did miss a couple of my shots, so a little bit slower, but that's okay. Nice. And then we get to move on to some more good old-fashioned platforming. But I guess one thing I could talk about is the clock. So I did use the clock on that last boss, but typically we were not going to be using the clocks during boss fights because the clock, it slows down time, but that also slows down invincibility frames, so actually using the clock during boss fights would make them last longer, so last case was kind of just an exception. But anyways, here we are at the final boss of this stage. It's Miko. She's got like a bunch of air-based attacks. She's got this jumping dive kick thing that we're just gonna duck under her for. She's also got like some petals that rain from the sky, but it's gonna be alright. But there is kind of one deal with this boss. I gotta beat her without using charge shots. So I have to just kind of spam these pellets away and whittle down her health. But that's okay. We just gotta keep our distance. Be careful. And there's this little silhouette cut in the middle of the boss fight. I think it's really cute. I actually gotta watch my health here. But nice. So we got her. I'm gonna take her power up, which is the pedal power up. And actually, you're never gonna be seeing me use this power up in the run. It's actually a little bit weak compared to the other power ups in the game. It has like a really niche use case, so yeah, you're just not gonna be seeing it. But anyways, here we are at Port City, the 3rd stage. This stage is like a little air vent skip there, but yeah, this stage is like full of color and it's got a lot of varied gameplay, so I'm a big fan of this stage. The air vents, you can kind of float in them to jump a little bit higher and you can maneuver around them. Really nice. Here we got a little candle gimmick. We can light it up with our flame charge shot. And here we have a secret tunnel which skips a little bit of the platforming. And now we're back, or we're not back here, we're at the spooky section and the candles will be making a return here. What we're going to want to do in this section is we're going to light up all the candles with our flame charge shot if you want to get out. There's anxKha up there, and while lighting the candle we accidentally hit her, which makes her enraged. She's going to chase us like something out of a horror movie, but it's okay, we're just going to ignore her. We can actually kill her if we have the right power-up. We haven't quite unlocked it yet, so we're going to need to come back to this stage later, just for the all achievement run. Yeah, if you kill her, you get to take her swords, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I like sections like that. It's a nice change of pace. There we had a little bit of a hard platforming jump. It's cause that like Beyblade guy was kind of blocking the way, but we got through with it. And now we're gonna chill on our jet ski. And we gotta don some sunglasses while we're at it. Yeah, this section is really nice and chill. There's like these little enemies that come from the left. We're gonna just kind of shoot them down. They're gonna drop heart drops and we gotta stock up on HP. Yeah, they do not pose a threat to us at all. The only thing here that really poses a threat is these little rocks that kind of fly by. I think you saw it earlier. Let's see if we can see another one. Okay, I guess they're not appearing right now, but anyways, there's an achievement for doing this entire water section without touching the rocks, and it's not too hard. The rocks are easy, like right here. But there's an upcoming boss fight, and the rocks will spawn during that boss fight, so it can be a little bit scary at times. Because like the boss can throw you in really weird situations. But other than that, we're just kind of lay back and enjoy the view. Actually, in this section, you can just hold down the shoot button to shoot instead. You don't need to spam it, so yeah, it's really relaxing. I think upcoming is the boss here. So there's Marine, the pirate. She's gonna jump back and forth between these two ledges. Her movement pattern is kind of weird. She kind of like dashes between the two ledges, and then she also hops sometimes, throws swords. I'm gonna jump over this rock right here. I can't really predict what she's gonna do, so all I'm gonna do right here is just keep on jumping and keep on shooting and pray my bullets hit her. I don't think any of the other like speedrunners for this game do anything here either. It's just too hard to predict what she's doing. But anyways, we got her and we grabbed her sword, which is also the most damaging weapon in the game, tied with the carrot. So you're gonna be seeing that a little bit. But anyways, we're gonna move on over here, and actually right away we're gonna be getting another power up. It's everyone's favorite, the double jump gimmick. This gimmick is nice. It's gonna let us like traverse this Japanese themed stage a little bit easier. We got this little climbing section here. We got through it fast enough that wind didn't spawn there, so that's good. Sometimes if you do that section slow, wind spawns, which is not good. But anyways, we got through it, and we're gonna fight this little cat robot guy. But just gonna use our swords, get their HP down, and move on. And we gotta watch our HP in this stage, because at the end of it, we're gonna be tanking a little bit of damage, so it's gonna be a little bit scary. There we slipped into that little room for an achievement. There's like a little guy hiding there. And then we're gonna move on, use the slowdown time here to try to get a good cycle on these lightning bolts. Make sure they don't hit us. And then now we are approaching a hard boss, one of the harder bosses in the game. It actually stumps people most people on their first playthrough. It's Ayame. She jumps around and she has this reflector, but our swords can arc over her reflector, so it's actually pretty nice. But actually, there's another deal with this boss. We don't want to kill it right away. We want to kill it with a reflected bullet in order to get an achievement. I kind of messed up there. Let's see if she could be nice to us. Okay, bait the reflector, and then let's see. It missed again. Yeah, we're trying to do it with a carrot. I find it's the most consistent way to get it. Come on. No. She's not being nice today. It's usually not this hard. Come on. Shoot. No, I just killed her normally. Okay, that's okay. We're gonna come back to this stage later in order to get that achievement. I was a little bit unlucky there. Yeah, she can be a handful sometimes. But we're gonna just move on to the platforming. I think that means that's 2 stages I have to kind of like watch out for. But anyways, oops, kind of ran my face into the wall there. Right here, I'm gonna be taking a little bit of damage. There's like a lot of obstacles I can't really avoid, so that's what I was scared about. But anyways, we are fine. We're at the final boss of this stage, which is Fubuki. So Fubuki, she's got like a couple of ice-based attacks. We're just gonna dodge them. Gotta be careful with their health here. She's also got like this ice shield that she forms around her. That's like the only real issue, because my carrots will sometimes get caught on this ice shield, but yeah, our strategy is just gonna be landing all these carrots. If you can land them consistently, it's the best way to dish out damage to her. Oh no. Okay, nice. Yeah, my health was looking a little bit spotty there, but we are good to go. We'll nab her ice shield that you saw her using, and this will be pretty useful for some of the obstacles in this game. But anyways, we're gonna die right away to this cursed Noel. That's okay, that's intentional. It just takes us to the next stage, but we're actually gonna head a stage back to Port City so we can unlock a new power-up, which is those aqua swords I was talking about earlier. Oh yeah, this is a pretty fast-paced game. Yeah, those aqua swords, they're gonna help us kill that cursed Noel that we died to earlier. That's gonna make us unlock her as a playable character, which lets us use her for the good end, so yeah. For now, we're just gonna enjoy this good old-fashioned platforming and enjoy the music. Which, by the way, the music in this game, it's all inspired by like actual Hololive music. It's really cool. Like the person who made the music, they put like an 8-bit spin to it and like incorporated the melodies into the theme. I don't know. It's done really tastefully. But anyways, we're back here at the spooky section. I'm not gonna be lighting candles this time. We're just gonna throw a sword at Aqua so we can kill her, take her swords, and then we can move back to the 5th stage, Westa. So here it's kind of castle-like. We got these saws, and so we're gonna have to get through these obstacles enemies and get through the platforming. Yeah, and this won't be the first time that we're gonna be running through this stage. We have to run through it again as Noel for the all achievements good end. So yeah, you're gonna be seeing this stage again. It's kind of a thing with the oops, I dropped the ball there. Darn. It's kind of a thing with the all achievement run. We're gonna be bouncing back between the stages a bit just to make sure we get all the achievements. There's some meteorites here, but they don't really bother us because of her eye shield. And now we have the boss, Suisse. She's got this golden axe that actually blocks projectiles, but since we have the sword here, we can actually just hit through her. Oh, oops, I kind of messed up that section. And now we're going to try to finish her off with our carrots, but I don't think we're getting her in time, so... Going back to the swords here. Oh no, I might actually die. Oh, my health is not looking good. We're gonna do this little skip here, grab some hearts. So now we're looking at a little bit of a better position. That skips a little bit of the platforming too. And now we're gonna move on. Ice shield to help us with those little enemies. And we're on to our next boss already. This is Polka, and I like this boss a lot. Here we gotta like pay attention to our surroundings, especially with where the cards are. And there's also like a bunch of cues you kind of have to like watch out for. Like you don't want to stand under the cards there. But yeah, I think this boss is like really engaging, like keeps you on your toes. Our strategy is just gonna be using the carrots again, really strong weapon, try to land our hits on her. Let's see here. Sometimes she's gonna turn into this like orb thing and warp across the cards. You can actually hit her while she's in the orb form. But a little bit tricky. Let's see here. One more shot. Oh, darn. It's getting blocked by our cards. That boss fight went a little bit slow, but that is okay. At least our health is looking not too bad. So now we got this trippy space section. We're on this pathway that kind of extends forever. It's like an infinite pathway. It kind of loops around. And so we just got to kill these set of enemies that appear. Whenever you like finish killing a set of enemies, you got to move on to the next set. And it's kind of weird because to find the next set of enemies, you got to go against the direction of the wind. But yeah, other than that, we're going to kind of just be spamming our pellets and getting them. They're just the usual mobs or like minions you see in the game. Also like a good opportunity to get some health back if they're nice enough to drop some health. Let's see here. Nice. And I think this is the last set of enemies. Nice. Now we're gonna move on. We're gonna have a little flame shot prepared. And there is Miko again. She's actually the final boss of the bad end, but not the Miko we know. She's cursed by this demonic thing. So she's gonna get a couple of additional attacks, but that's okay. We're just gonna use our carrots again. Very strong weapon. Here we got a lava bucket. The deal with this boss kind of is she has a lot of attacks that kind of put you in a situation where it's kind of hard to get any damage in. Like she has that demon thing that yells at you, that pushes you back. Makes it hard to like get any shots in because you're gonna be far away. I think we can get a flame shot there. Nice. So she is dead now, and now the curse will leave her, and it's gonna go onto us, which gives us the bad end. So we have to save Flare. But before we do that, I need to go back to the first stage to get an achievement that we missed. Don't worry about this. This cutscene plays again, but the game progresses normally. I think this time around though, we should definitely be able to get this achievement because we got some new power-ups that'll make it a lot easier for us. Yeah, we just had to kill that like robot boss guy at the beginning without taking any hits. So that would be right here. And actually, we're already done with that, so we can move on. Yeah. I think that boss has like no invincibility frame, so the swords just like kill it instantly. But anyways, we were back at Yamato, so it's gonna be the same deal. We just can use like the new power-ups we got to make this a little bit easier. We got this climbing section again. The ice shield makes it easier. We did not encounter any wind, so we got through that pretty quickly. Nice. This robot guy again. You can like barely see him. He's kind of off screen. We kind of just stand here and use our swords. Unless he grows, then in which case we have to go to this top platform. And we're gonna move on. Use our swords, delete these guys, and head onwards, yeah. It's a lot, this stage is a lot easier second time around. Like, I know the first time I was like a bit low on health towards the end, but here with our new power-ups, it makes it so much easier. Like, I just deleted that lightning guy, so we don't even need to worry about his lightning bolts. Alright, we're going back to Ayame, and let's see if we can do this right with the reflector business now, so... Gonna first try to get her until she's like one shot left. And then now let's try to get the... Come on. Alright, let's see. Nice! So, yeah, that bullet reflected off of her reflector thing and she jumped into it. That gives us an achievement, so we are good to go. Gonna continue on with this platforming. We're gonna use the time stop to get a good cycle on these icicles. And then this room right here, we don't even need to worry about anymore. Last time I had to like tank all the hits here, but now we can kind of just delete those guys with the swords. Start off the fight with a flame charge out again, and we're entering the Fubuki fight with like almost full health, so that's really good. We're gonna need it for the thing that comes after this. Yeah, so that means that we can't just play willy-nilly here. Yeah, can't just take damage for no reason, because we're still going to be needing our health after this, and you'll see why in a hot minute. But for now, I'm just going to throw my carrots out at her again. She's the same deal, same attacks. Nice. So, we're going to be heading down in this pit. Let's see, what time is this? 2:24, so I have to get out of here at 3:24, yeah. So, I got to survive here for a minute if I want to get an achievement. She's going to be throwing these maces at us. And I'm going to just do this little weaving pattern to kind of get around it. But yeah, a little bit scary. The time stop kind of helps. And when I'm done with this, I'm just going to use my Aqua swords, which will actually insta-kill her. So we can just do it right on the dot of time. But yeah. This phase is like definitely a bit scary if you don't have enough HP entering this phase, because if you die, you lose like a lot of time. It'll actually just take you to like the next stage. Wait, oh shoot, I kind of forgot the time. Was it this? I don't know if I had the time right, but this cutscene actually lasts 10 seconds, so we have a little bit of leeway. The curse is gonna take over Flare from now. I gotta check this. Okay, so we did survive. Yeah, you actually only have to survive there like 50 seconds because of that cutscene. But anyways, we're Noelle now on the 5th stage, and yeah, this is without a doubt the hardest part of the game. It is really hard. So like, the deal with Noelle is she's kind of like Flare. She has like the dash, the jump, she can move around, but in terms of her attacks, she doesn't have any ranged options. So she has this melee mace, which you'll see right there. It's a very close ranged attack, and if I want to do damage, I'm gonna have to go up to the enemy's face. And like what that means is, if I want to do damage, I'm probably gonna have to take damage in return, and that's with how long and difficult the stage is. Like by the end of it, you're probably gonna die at least once. This is like the only stage I can't guarantee I can do deathless. But anyways, we have Suisse again, but you know, since we have a melee attack, this boss doesn't really pose a threat to us. We're gonna do this weird thing where we dashed into her, and now her axe is gonna kind of freak out. I don't really know what's going on, but it gets us a few more hits in, so that's good. Let's see here, nice. That is Suisse. And now we're gonna jump over here. We can't do the skip up there anymore, so we're actually gonna go back down here. And you actually never saw this platforming. I only went through it as, I skipped through it as Flare, so you gotta feast your eyes on some new platforming. Jump up here, do a couple of little dashes. Let's hope these minions drop some hard drops. Oh shoot, shoot, they didn't. Yeah, if those guys drop hearts, that can actually like kind of change the course of the run. Because like, it's really hard to survive by the end of this with this character. Oops, kind of messed up with the platforming there. Darn it. Let's try that again. Nice. And I'm gonna do a little hop there. And now we are back at Polka. Fun boss fight, but a little bit harder because now all we have is a melee attack. During this orb phase, like it's pretty much impossible for us to get hits in unless like we get really lucky with her returning in the card. But yeah, just gonna take it easy here. Whenever she does like a little hop attack like that, we're just gonna dash past her so we don't get hit, and then we can get our hits in after. Nice. Our health is actually not looking too bad. We might, I don't know, something good might happen. But let's see. Depending on how this spacey section turns out, that might change my thoughts or not. So like, this is a good place to get health if the little guys are generous, but it's also a good place to lose health if I'm not careful. So let's see how this plays out. Nice. These little Beyblade guys are kind of annoying. Like when they're spinning it, like they're invincible. So you gotta like time your attack right there. But anyways, we're going on forward. Our health is, I don't know. I might die once. I'll probably die once, but it's okay. So we have Miko again, and she's the same deal as before, except we are Noelle. So our strategy is, I guess, slightly different. As I said before, this boss has like a lot of attacks that kind of put you in a position where you're like kind of far away from her and unable to get shots in, and that's even worse for Noelle, who needs to go like right up to her face to do damage. Oh, and actually, you can see here, I'm kind of like charging up my shots. This kind of applies to Noelle too. You charge up her attack, she does a little bit more damage. Alright, nice. So we got Miko, but where is Flare? I'll have to look for her. And there she is. She's cursed. And actually, I'm probably going to die on this boss fight. It's okay. We're going to just see how this plays out. So the strategy here is I'm just going to go up to her face and spam the attack button. So like, the thing is, this boss, you could distance yourself and like kind of try to play it safe, but if you do that, you can't get any shots in, because if you're far away, you know, your attacks won't reach her, and yeah, we died, but that's kind of to be expected. It's pretty hard to stay alive by the end of the stage. This boss does shoot carrots. Oh yeah, like Flare, she's using all the power-ups we got in the game, and sometimes the carrots drop hard drops. That would have been like really useful for us if we wanted to try to get a deathless run. But for now, we're just gonna pray our hits go in and things don't go wrong. Nice. So we freed Flare from the curse. So now we're gonna work together to defeat this greater evil, which is this demon thing. I don't know if it's an original boss or like some sort of Hololive reference. I only watched the English branch actually, so I'm not sure. But anyways, we're gonna kill this boss. So what is the deal here? I'm playing as Flare, and Noelle's here on the side. She's gonna help us out. She has this like meter that she charges up, and so whenever this meter's like kind of filled, she's gonna throw this mace, and that's gonna be the bulk of our damage to this final boss. Because the thing is, my attacks, this boss is a little bit resistant to my attacks, so I don't actually do quite as much damage as I do before to it. So I'm just gonna like try to get straight hits in, but the really important thing is you want to make sure Noelle does not like miss any of her mace shots. But other than that, this boss is actually pretty simple. It like kind of cycles through the same 4 attacks in order, and like the attacks themselves don't really pose a threat either. If I take damage, It like barely does that much damage, so we're pretty much good to go actually here. Like when you get to this phase of this boss, it's pretty much a smooth road till the end. So yeah, let's just keep on going forward. Oh shoot, so I did a thing there where I threw a sword at the boss and that kind of triggered its invincibility frames and canceled Noah's attack. But anyways, we got it. That is not timed just quite yet. Whenever this achievement lights up, we can call time. And there it is. All achievements. And that is the end. Nice. Oh yeah, I kind of forgot to mention, you also get an achievement for beating the stages under 5 minutes, but that's kind of like a non-issue if you're speedrunning this, because if you know what to do, that's typically not a problem. But anyways, that was Flare NUINUI quest. That was the run. Pretty cool, right? This boss, this game, it throws at you a lot of like polished platforming, and it has like a varied cast of bosses that kind of each have their own quirk and deal. I hope I was able to like showcase that, but like it's just a really nice game. I'm really fond of it. As for like the run itself, I think I had a couple hiccups actually all around, but it's okay. I'm actually pretty happy with this since it's like a marathon run. So yeah, definitely glad I was able to like get through the end. I wish that Noel run we could have survived by the end of it, but nice. So I think we have a little bit of time left. Is that right?
If you have, yeah, I guess let's say you have like 5 minutes if you want to show off something.
All right. So nothing particular to show off, but I guess just one thing I want to talk about with this game. So this game is free. It's available on itch.io. You can go it's released there. You can pick it up and play it. But this game is actually going to get an update, and so it's pretty cool. The creator Solpix, they've been working pretty hard at it. It's actually going to get like 7 new bosses and like 2 new stages and a bunch of quality of life updates. It's really cool, and yeah, the game is like not over yet. I'm really looking forward to like what's coming forward there. And honestly, like shout outs to the creator Solpix. Like they've been pretty supportive of us, the speedrunners. They they drop by every now and then to say stuff, and they even made this game like open source. So if you want, you can like take a look inside the code. You can mod it. You can like see how the boss behaviors work. But yeah, it's really nice. And also like shout out to the other speedrunners for this game. So that would be Fald, Pinky, Sleepy, Witcher. This game does not have that much speedrunners. There's just a few of us, but for the ones that are there, I have a lot of respect for them, and I picked up a couple of stuff from their runs. So yeah, it's also like nice to have a little bit of competition. But anyways, I just wanted to get that out of the way. I don't actually have anything else prepared after this, so feel free to take it away from here, FM crew. Whatever comes next.
All right, well, thank you very much, anxKha. It was a great run. Up next, we have a shoot 'em up. We have Garudius 95 by Super Viper. So stick around.